This is my first ride out of the neighborhood on the 2020 Santa Cruz Heckler / E Bronson. Right now I'm actually pedaling with power off. Kind of like that's how I do when I warm up. I won't turn it on echo or trail mode until I'm in a climb. So my usual ride is a Specialized World Cup carbon stumpy hardtail. And at 60 years old, in 2 weeks, hardtail tends to beat me up here in the rocks of Phoenix, so much so that I start getting micro tears in my knee ligaments and my elbow. Doctor said I had to lay off for several months, and I said no, I'm gonna try an e-bike. So a friend loaned me his wife's 4-year-old hay bike, and it was fun. No stress on my knee, no pain. So I started test riding all sorts of e-bikes. When I heard a rumor about the Santa Cruz coming out with one from a friendly dealer, that'd be Air Park Bikes in Scottsdale, decided to roll the dice after testing Broza S motors and the new Box CX performance line, the E8000s with various firmware updates or not updates, and even the Rocky Mountain power play motor, which I loved. Just couldn't swing it. There we have Deem Hill, big pile of ancient volcano lava rocks that someone decided to put a hiking trail through. That's what we're going to tackle today, at least partially. I also have a torn calf muscle about 3 weeks ago. Not quite healed up yet, so I might be turning back. Okay, here's our first hill, so I'll take it on to from off to echo mode. You can probably hear the whir of the E8000 Shimano motor. I can barely hear it over the wind noise in my helmet. Okay, we're going to hit the real trail here. Put it on Gushy on the fork and the shock. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Hello.
How's that bike?
Doing good. So why'd I get a Santa Cruz Heckler? Never been a fan of a Santa Cruz fanboy. Never really liked them. Then I jumped on a Nomad with a new rear suspension, and then a Bronson with a new suspension, and it was suddenly all better. What I didn't like about the old VPP was gone, and suddenly the Santa Cruz is in the running. Didn't know what motor was going to be on there. Kind of assumed it would be Shimano. So I started testing a lot of bikes with Shimanos, the old Shimano motors. I don't even know if my friends had the updates, so they behaved kind of strangely. Little soccer game going out there. When I started riding the new E8000 with the firmware updates, it seemed okay. So I'm going to bump this up to trail mode. This trail mode is more responsive to torque. This is a fairly steep and rocky climb. Definitely feel my foot inputs amplified here. Nice and responsive. Downshifting a bit. Hello! Yeah, plenty of power in trail. Really not doing a whole lot of effort here. I'm gonna downshift a bit. Definitely oodles of torque when I push the pedal. Hello. Front end seems to want to wander a little bit. This isn't all that steep for you folks who know what GoPros do to climbs. This is a little steeper. Heart rate 164. Definitely out of shape. Normally I'd make this climb on my hardtail. 90 millimeters of fork in the front with the brain, so it's not supple. 0 in the back with a hardtail. But I do it. At the top. There we go. And I'm taking lines on the e-bike that I wouldn't take on the hardtail. Hardtail, I'd take the easiest possible lines. The e-bike, I can take hard ones, pop over the top. Like I wouldn't do that on the e-bike or the hardtail. And of course on a hardtail, I'd be approaching exhaustion here. Never stop, but I do it. Hello. Downshift. Hello. What's that? Yes, it is. You said electric bikes are cheating. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's a really hard spot on my hardtail. Gotta really ramp up the speed and the cadence to get over that. With the e-bike, no problem. Also, this Heckler seems to have a lot of ground clearance, both in the lower bottom bracket. How you doing? It's okay. It's okay. The new Heckler, the E Bronson. Yeah. Hello.
Nice spot.
Another hard part on the hardtail or any bike. E-bike goes over it magically. Plus I have extra suspension, so makes it easier. I'm noticing just a slight amount of run-on when I let go of the pedals. Not a horrible amount. Hello. Oh, there you go. Good, good, good. I haven't had a pedal strike yet. Had a lot of pedal strikes on the old Bosch and the Broza. They're wider. And the bottom brackets were lower. It's pretty high, pretty narrow. Hello. Just too easy. This is the smooth part of Dean Hill. Up ahead, it'll be littered in rocks like these and bigger and endless as I go through the mild turns. You know what? I might want to open up my suspension. Holy cow. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I have now my front's open. It was locked before. I was wondering why I was feeling a little bit more trail than I expected. Okay, so I'm not very fast, but I'm gonna race down here pretty good. Take some of these bigger bumps. I didn't even feel that. I'd be feeling it on my hardtail. Up on top of that, this. Very nice. Boom to boom. Downshifting. Very nice. Can't complain. Got some hikers in front with a doggy. Hello. Doggies get so scared. So this is a somewhat technical area. I felt a little bit of run on there. It actually, in that case, carried me as I fumbled with my pedal. So that's a benefit of run on. A little punchy climb, not too technical. Now if there's no wind noise, you can hear the motor more. There's another technical area. I go very gingerly on my e-bike, or on my hardtail on my e-bike. I just plow through the hardest part. I have to be a little bit more choosy on the hardtail. There's a straight-on view of the canal. As I'm riding this, both the front and rear suspension components feel way up in the stroke. That's what I didn't like about the older VPP. I felt kind of mushed down into it. This feels very supportive and feel like I have it under pressure, that's for sure. I pumped up my rear shock to about 225 or so. I weigh 210. Really need to drop some pounds. And I put the front at about, I don't know, 110 or so. And I'm so jazzed to go riding that I forgot to check the sag. And I'll figure that out when I get back. Probably 30-ish%. I don't like a lot of sag in some of the other bikes. Okay, here's a little bit of downhill grunge. See how it behaves here. Motor behavior's kind of okay, and disengages when I stop pedaling generally, which is what I like. And in trail mode, it seems very responsive to my torque inputs, which I like. The old Broza motor, it was more susceptible to cadence inputs, which is kind of annoying. On the specialized version of the Broza, they've tuned that out a little bit. It's quite a bit more torque sensitive and less cadence sensitive, which is nice. Hello. Yeah. There's the Dean Hill saddle ahead of us on the other side of that ridge. This is a nice technical, rocky, kind of a longish, not too terribly steep climb. I'm going to keep it in trail mode. Trail mode I've set to medium. Echo mode I've set to medium. Boost I've set to high. I don't think I'll be doing boost much. Downshifting. This is a SRAM GX drivetrain. It comes with this Heckler Model S. The color is very nice. It's kind of a gray-green, very sweet, with a copper accents. Nicely done by the design team. That was so easy, I forgot to even think about what I was doing. Normally I'm poking around trying to find the easiest way, and on this e-bike with this 160 mil up front and 150 in the back suspension, I don't really care a whole lot. I have very little experience on bikes beyond 120 mils of suspension. I spent 5 years on a hardtail, so God, anything is plush to me, so don't take my word for that. The thing I look for on an e-bike is slow speed control. How does it behave when I'm picking through rocks, when I'm turning, when I'm picking a line, when I need to slow down for control, and I don't want it to take off on me, and when I get to punch, like right there. Very nice. Still not a pedal strike. I think these are 165 millimeter cranks. That helps. And I think the Shimano is a much narrower, they call it Q form, I think. That means less pedal strikes. Well, that was darned easy. And yet, my heart rate's still at 165. I must be really out of shape. So I'm not working hard at all. Or my heart rate monitor's broken again. I'll trust it. I'm gonna try some quick sprints to see how it behaves just the way I want it. I'm pushing hard and you can hear it just take off when I push hard. That's responding to me. That's very nice. A lot of folks are saying, oh no, Santa Cruz went with a Shimano E8000. It's a 2-year-old motor. Well, they haven't been silent over the last 2 years. And mostly, oh, my first pedal strike through that crevice. Not unexpected. The firmware updates have made this motor behave a lot better than the old ones. I can attest to that. So anyway, SRAM GX, that's one step down below the X01, which is what I have on my Specialized hardtail from 2015 model. And it behaves very well. The difference is that SRAM says this is an e-bike spec set. And what that means is that it's one gear up and one gear down at a time. That shouldn't surprise anybody going up. That's what my bike does, my hardtail does. One gear up and shift, one gear up and shift. But it's also one gear down at a time. In my hardtail, I'm used to grabbing a fistful and dropping 3 or 4 gears at a time because I'm a lousy planner for stuff like, oh, that was so easy. I'm a lousy planner, so I'll have to pay attention because you have to shift with e-bikes. No getting around it. Now I'm in first gear just for fun. I want to see if there's any issues with speed and torque. Nope. This is a series of switchbacks. And since I'm not used to a long and slack machine, my Stumpy is like 70+ degree head tube angle in the size medium. This is a large for me. I decided to go longer. Oh, that was wonderful. Just perfect. No easy peasy on that one. So I was thinking I'm going to get an e-bike that has like a 68 or 67 degree head tube angle, and there just wasn't much out there that did that. I test rode a BH Atom X with a Barossa S motor 68-degree head. That was so fun. But this guy, with its, what am I can't remember, 65.5-degree head angle, something like that, 65-ish. And the fact that the offset is not 50-some millimeters, only 40-some millimeters, suddenly that slack head tube angle doesn't matter. So I get the benefits of nice relaxed head tube angle for downhills, nice confident downhills, and I get a bike that turns. Not as quick as my hardtail, and actually sometimes that's a good thing because I can get a little twitchy. Okay, we're going to the top of Deem Hill, the saddle of Deem Hill, and we'll peer out over North Phoenix. Hello. There we go. There's North Phoenix. Oh, fuck. Ay, ay, ay.